Hey y'all, welcome back to Harmon Homestead. Today we are going to can pepper jelly. So forgive me, my electric canner is almost done with one round that I've got. It's cooling off now. I have made probably 40 jars of this jelly in the past 2 days. So I've become well versed with this. All right, so in the South we call jalapeno jelly pepper jelly. That's what I've always grown up tasting, hearing. If you are starting to can this for the first time, if you've got your ball book, I've got mine, okay, right here. And guys, this edition, I looked at Walmart the last time I was in there. This is still what's on the shelves down here, okay? This book looks just like this. I've used it to the letter, and this is the way to go. So there's a recipe on page 58 for green pepper jelly. That is for bell peppers with like one jalapeno. We don't want that. We want jalapeno jelly on page 59, okay? We're gonna follow this to the T. It says it's about 5 half-pint jars. You need 3/4 pound of jalapeno peppers. Guys, I'm using 15 jalapeno peppers, okay? 15 peppers. Some are little, like that. Some are huge, like this. 15, and I don't like an extreme amount of heat, so 15 is perfect for us. You need 2 cups of apple cider vinegar, 5% acidity, 6 cups of sugar. Got my sugar here, Dixie Crystals. That's what I used for the cowboy candy. It was delicious. Green food coloring, that's optional. We've got it. It's beautiful with it. And then last but not least, it calls for 2 3-ounce pouches of ball liquid pectin. I don't have that. Several years ago, when I first started canning, I found Sure Gel on sale, the powdered pectin. That's what I got, and I have boxes of it here at the house. I have not made a lot of jelly because I'm just in the mentality of fruit goes with jelly, and that's usually what it is. But this year we had so many jalapeno peppers, I haven't even gotten to the bottom of the basket I showed y'all in the last video. Especially if you're going 15 peppers around, it's going to take forever, okay? So I've got this right here, Sure Gel powdered. To get 2 3-ounce liquid packets of pectin, you need 4 tablespoons of this. That's what I'm doing. 2 tablespoons of powder to 1 packet of liquid, okay? So we're going to use 4 since it called for 2 liquid packets. Now, this right here goes totally different than the liquid. So in the recipe, it's going to tell you to boil all this for 10 minutes once you got it, and I'm going to walk you through this stuff. Then it says, bring mixture to a rolling boil that cannot be stirred down. Boil, let's see here. Boil for 10 minutes. Boil it hard, then take it off, add your liquid pectin, boil again for 1 minute, okay? We're not doing that because we are using powdered pectin. Powdered pectin needs to go in the beginning, okay? In the beginning. So you got to put it in when you first start. It's really easier this way. What I did is it called for 10 minutes, take it off, add another minute for the liquid. So a total time of 11 minutes boiling. That's what I did, okay? So except your powdered pectin goes in the beginning. So I've got some jelly jars over here, and this is going to be an experiment too. These are from Dollar General, okay? They're a little bit taller than my ball jars, but I couldn't find any, I didn't have any, and I had went through so many jars the last couple of days. So I've got those. I'm getting ready to put those in the canner to preheat. The first thing you need to do, I'm gonna get this out of the way. All my stuff here. There's nothing to this. Guys, I've done enough the past couple of days. I know what I'm doing. Don't be scared, okay? Do not be scared. We can do this, okay? I come from people that can barely boil water, okay? You can do this. I'm self-taught, so if I can do it, you can do it. I've got my trash sack here. I'm going to back out the camera. First thing we're going to do is chop up these peppers. So you may see me, you may not. I'm not sure. This is messy. I'm going to tell you that. It's very messy. There's seeds everywhere because what we're going to do with these peppers, a lot of people say they'll take the seeds out of half of them, leave the seeds in the other half. If it's a real tiny pepper that I just don't want to mess with, I'll leave the seeds. But otherwise, what we're going to do is take the tops off, split these, take the seeds and the stem out on each one, okay? Now, where we're gonna put it when we're done, in the blender. You don't need a food processor, you don't need anything like that. Just get you a blender, okay? Easy peasy. First step, put on gloves. That is the absolute first step. I've canned so many peppers, y'all, that it's to the point like I can breathe the fumes. I'm telling that I'm breathing this, so a mask might be the next step, okay? Got my blender there, got this, got my old, we call this garbage sacks down here. I don't know what y'all do. So take the top off your pepper like that, throw it in there, cut it in half. I would get a smaller knife for this. Be careful, okay? And let me see if I can show you. What you're going to do is you've got your pepper like that. Take your knife carefully and go up like that. I'm not trying to get it perfect. I'm just trying to get the main stem and seeds out, just like that. And then you kind of flick it down because those seeds are hot. So now you're going to take it and just roughly cut these up. When you put this in the blender, it's going to be to where you can't even tell it. So just chop it up a little bit and go in there. Now we're going to do this 15 times because I've got 15 peppers. Down the center like that, and then core him. Just be careful doing this, guys. But wear the gloves. You'll thank me later. And just start throwing this in your blender. This is really an easy recipe. It's enough that I can do it back to back to back to back. And it's great if you're doing a lot at once because you don't have to mess up your equipment the next day. If my pan has already got sugar and goo all in it and jelly, I'd rather just keep going while I've got everything right here with me. Just like that. Again, I'm doing powdered pectin. If you're doing liquid pectin, you do what Ball says. I've just had to adjust this because that's all I had and I wasn't going to buy any more pectin for this since I've already got powdered. See, I'm just taking, I'm not trying to get it perfect. I'm just trying to get the main stuff out of there. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we've got our peppers in the blender. Okay, that's 15 jalapenos. Most have been seeded and cored. It's beautiful. Now, I've got apple cider vinegar. Our recipe called for 2 cups. We're going to put 1 cup in here to blend this up with, okay? 1 cup of apple cider vinegar. Perfect. Now, we're going to take this to the blender, and what I'm going to use is the puree function for about 5 seconds. That's it, and I'll show you the results. Okay, y'all, this is after about 3 seconds of pureeing this. 3 to 5 seconds, take your lid off. I've got this pot here, it's soaked in jelly, okay? I'm just using it from one to the next, each batch. Remember, that's 1 cup of apple cider vinegar in here. So we're gonna pour it into this pot. Now, I've noticed that there's still always some sediment in here. What I like to do next is put my 2nd cup of apple cider vinegar in the blender to clean it out, because we're going to have to put our 2nd cup into the pot. Now you start adding all of your ingredients if you are using powdered pectin. So 1 more cup of this just to clean out this blender. So I put it in the blender to get every little piece of my jalapenos. Kind of swish it around a little bit, and then in the pot. Perfect. And you've got pretty much a clean blender here. Okay, guys? Perfect. Now, we're going to add 4 tablespoons of the Sure Gel powdered pectin. 4 tablespoons. One. 2 and a half. Open our 2nd box. While I'm doing this, I'm going to go on and cut this on high on this stove top. Open my other box. I'm just trying to get it up to temp quick, and then we're going to start cutting it down. Okay. That was 2. So 3, 4. Perfect. 6 cups of sugar. All right, guys, got my sugar right here. 6 cups. I want to put it in now in the beginning. And I'm getting ready to show you why, because you may not see this on the internet. Now in the meantime, my jars are in the Presto electric canner and they're heating up. 4, 5, it takes a lot of sugar. 6, okay, that's it. Also, at this point, I'm going to put in some green food coloring. I'm going to do 3 drops. All right, we're boiling already. We're going to back down. I've got a knob that has numbers 1 through 8 and then high. So I'm going to turn it to 8 as soon as I heard it boiling. Now, the book will say, bring this to a hard boil that you can't stir down. On my stovetop, from almost 8, between 7 and 8, but almost at 8, all the way to high, it will do a hard boil, okay? And I'm getting ready to turn the camera around, but I want to show you this. This is why you add your sugar at the beginning. This is the final product, okay? Beautiful. This is when I added sugar at the end. See that, how crystallized it is? It's no good, okay? Not what we want. So add it in the beginning with everything. Just throw it in this pot. So guys, this is what it looks like. It's getting ready to start boiling since I backed down on the heat. All right, we are boiling. We're going to count for 11 minutes. Got the fan on. It is a smidgen below 8 on the stove eye. And just keep doing this. You've got to stir continuously. Continuously. All right, so this has been after 11 minutes. This is our jelly. I have jars here that are ready to be filled. And I'm just going to use this ladle and fill these jars up. Just like that. It's a thick substance, you can tell. See that? You want a 1/4 inch headspace. This may only take 4 of these jars. I could use my funnel, but honestly, guys, it was just easier to do it this way. Okay, guys, now I'm going to debubble. You probably don't have to with this, but I'm just paranoid that it will not seal if I don't do this. So just go around. It can't hurt. All right, guys, I've cleaned all of my jars around the rims. I've got my lid here. Gonna put our lid on. Got our ring. Put our ring on. Just like that. Go a little bit more, fingertip tight. Put it in the water bather, okay, canner. We're water bathing these, not pressure canning, so we're going to submerge these in water, cover it by 1 inch, process for 10 minutes, and that's it. So here's the finished product. Isn't that beautiful? Guys, I love it. This is great on a biscuit, fresh out of the oven, or Ritz crackers with cream cheese, and then this on top. Guys, it's awesome. Make you some pepper jelly, jalapeno pepper jelly. We'll see you next time on Harmon Homestead.